we were talking about how touch tunes. We were talking about AI and touch tunes, and then Remy brought up, wouldn't it be cool if you had kind of a Chuck E. Cheese band that was doing what the touch tunes was doing?
Right.
And I think I have the idea.
You think you have the idea?
I think I have the idea, yeah. So basically all you have to do is you have to get some really good engineers, right? This is what I believe.
There's tariffs right now running around. Where are we getting these engineers from?
But could you imagine going into a bar?
Because I'm thinking they're Asian.
And you see
what
song you just played.
They'd have to be great at writing
have
software.
a little band that is linked up, right? A layer on top of touch tunes for the AI.
Yeah.
And they are now playing the songs right there live for you.
They'd have to be able to write code, right? Those engineers or whatever to get them to move exactly.
Yeah. Is it? Well, I mean, I think we're onto something,
it's
boys.
As easy as those blinking LED lights that go along with like whatever music is playing in the background.
So I have a couple questions about it, and I kind of want to talk about it.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it here in the first segment, but They Call Us the Breeze, guys. This is
Speaking
episode
of robots,
199. There's only one way to do it. We're going to do it together. We're going to hold each other's hands. We're going to get through it. Let's go.
Tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Well, hey guys, welcome back in, everybody. They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, sitting up here live in the Tiger Cage. Go! This edition for that's a little low, huh? That's a little low, lower than normal.
Are we going back to Ryan's subject? Because I got a question.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. But guys, for now,
we just hit the drive.
Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. Make sure you guys are going out to TigerCageMedia.com and, of course, going to our YouTube channel, Tiger Cage Media, liking, subscribing, and ringing that little bell for notifications.
Ding, 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 ding.
That way you know whenever we do come on live. For one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. And a quick reminder, this is episode 199, which means next episode 200, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be doing that live from a bar. And, we'll see how that goes.
But not from afar.
But not from afar. Very, very near bar. It's near and bar to my heart.
I think they're trying to get us out of the cage, right? They're going to euthanize one of us.
Oh,
yeah. We definitely got the thing from J.D. Vance gave us a signal about a month ago saying you guys need to get out.
They're trying to, and here we have the 3 tigers in the tiger cage, and we have to bring him over to a different bar to work on the own.
You're still on meth, Cheryl.
Yep, she is after all these years.
I've been watching a lot of Steve Irwin.
But yeah, I mean,
it must have
I initially said
I got him confused with J.D. Vance.
As far as like the AI thing, like I just want someone to create the technology to where the touch tunes is hooked up to like the Chuck E. Cheese band, and they just kind of look like they know what they're doing a little bit. And you can do it. I mean, it can all look fake and stupid because I know it's like
they're still going to look mechanical, I'm sure.
Because what I was saying is when you used to have Teddy Ruxpin or things like the Mickey Mouse that played the cassette tapes, the Sesame Street characters that played the cassette tapes, you could put like, Meatloaf bat out of hell in there.
We never tried that. Mom had all those.
And his mouth would go, but it would like whatever was loudest at that moment. So like if it was like a drum solo or something, and it would go with the snare drum, and then when the singer would come on, obviously it would pick up like the loudest signal and go with that. And that's just how those things were wired. So I understand that trying to have a touch tunes going into a Chuck E. Cheese style band, a showbiz, if you will. If you're from the Midwest and know what the hell that was, showbiz type band sitting up there on stage. If you're plugging that shit in live, it's going to end up doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't get ahead of that.
I mean, and I have a lot of questions. One of mine is like it'll be advanced. But early stages of this thing, right? I mean, you're thinking like they're not going to be doing some wild stuff. But what if
I don't think A1
version 13
AI is that advanced yet to do the Chuck E. Cheese thing?
But if you get into this market, dude, and I'm saying like, so my question was, to make this thing get off the ground, who would you need to hire? Right, some really good engineers.
Yeah. Well, I'll poach a couple dudes from Disney.
Would you hire my other one? And I might be missing some few jobs here, but would you hire also someone that knows production, right, or how they operate on stage? Like you would need someone that, like not a choreographer, but someone that's like.
No, they're stuck in place. I just need the guys to program them to kind of
make them look like they're doing what they're supposed to do. If they're like playing a guitar.
If you get to where you have like Tesla robots and you start to have these dudes like start shredding Van Halen.
Have you ever seen the Five Nights at Freddy's thing?
So this is what I'm thinking. It's not necessarily the Chuck E. Cheese. We can do the Chuck E. Cheese, but also you get these Tesla robots to be just in the corner doing every song. And so then I was asking, do we switch instruments? Can they switch instruments?
I see where you're getting at. You're talking about Elvis Presley live from Amalie Arena.
Oh, we can make it happen.
Yeah,
we can make it happen. We have the technology. But we can rebuild him.
Karaoke's gonna.
I got a jacket. I'll be part of his entourage.
Hell, you'll just show up and there's just a robot look like Elvis, and Dad's like, "I'm part of the original crew. I'm still alive."
Live tonight, it's Elvis. They just keep going into something. Frank Sinatra played last night. He lit the place up.
So, have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't think so.
It's like this cult phenomenon, online thing, short videos, and they finally culminated into a movie after millions and millions of merch was sold just off of like this online presence, where it's basically about like a shut down Chuck E. Cheese where all 4 animatronics like supposedly come to life at night and murder like whoever wanders into this like no trespassing shut down Chuck E. Cheese.
I think Adam was watching it at one point and I walked in the room.
I've watched it. Matthew Lillard is in it, and I'm not going to spoil it, but he's a very integral part in the story. And so that's what this kind of reminds me of. You just go, you got these creepy ass old school things, and maybe you like throw some Pantera on, and it's just like,
dude, these robots
and they're just fucking shredding, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think mankind needs that kind of
I don't know if you would ever leave that bar.
Well, I don't know if mankind needs that kind of...
This is Remy. Remy's in his booth again. Let's go see what songs he wants to play. And they walk over and they're like Spider-Man taking requests.
Spider-Man, is like, with great powers come great responsibility.
Yeah. I record.
Can I hear Whiskey in a Jar?
I don't know if I'd have the responsibility. Those things would be worn out and burnt out within 38 hours.
Would it bother you when he's asking you, the robot, when he's standing over your booth and looking at you and his eyes are blinking lights?
And there's a knife in my chest and he's just staring down at me.
Please give me your choice, Jeremy.
I just said there was one off note.
They need to tighten it up.
Right, this is
what kind of batteries you got.
Patrick, he learned how to. I don't know. He's in a band now. Apparently, that's why.
Yes,
Who?
I guess.
This is Patrick. He's also in a band. I guess. I don't know.
Well, got to get into it here. Moving right along from the animatronic Chuck E. Cheese playing instruments and all that stuff.
Day one.
Got to touch real quick on them playoffs, man. I will say one thing about the playoffs. We're not going to drag on about it. Edmonton did just close out their series last night, so flowers for the boys. 4-1 on that series. But the other 2 series are at 3-1 basically, and then you've got the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Which again, we said this last episode, like we don't like either team. We don't like, and then it's always fun to watch the Leafs fail in the first or second round. And they've just been notoriously doing that since 1967, whatever. So it's hard to root for Florida versus... The Leafs were up 2 games in the series, 2-0. Guess what the series score is right now?
Clawed their way back, 3-2.
3-2. So the Leafs blew a 2-0 lead, and now they're facing an elimination game. And that is true Leafs fashion right there.
Well, when we were playing the Florida Panthers, I mean, that's who they're playing, right?
Yeah.
We blew an 0-2 lead. Dude. 0-2 deficit.
I'm talking about series-wise.
I know. Well, we
weren't up 2-0, and then we were
0-2, and we just blew it from there on out.
No, but I'm saying like to be the Leafs up 2-0, and the Panthers score or win 3 unanswered.
They'll do it.
Did they play the first 2 games in Toronto or
they started in?
If they won in Florida,
they started in Toronto.
Okay,
I believe.
Yeah, they'll do it. That's the Panthers are on a tear, dude. They just kind of really good.
Ryan and I actually made a $20 bet last night
that the
via
Panthers
text.
would win the whole thing.
No, I said no matter who gets in on the East.
So what Mayo bet who would win the whole thing?
We don't know. He did, but
he did.
I said whoever gets in for the East is going to play the Dallas Stars on the West. The Dallas Stars are going to be the team that gets in. Because right now, the Stars are playing the Jets. They're up 3-1 in the series. They play tonight, as a matter of fact, at about 9:30, so I got to try to stay awake from that. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Where's Columbus fall?
They're not even in there.
No, I know, but I mean, they might not be. But when you said East and West, do they have like East and West
division?
division?
In the Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Eastern Conference, Western
Conference.
Conference.
And that's the Super Bowl.
And then they're all split up into 4 divisions.
Las Vegas is not a factor anymore because they were hot for a while.
Well, they're playing Edmonton.
Oilers just beat them 4-1 for the series last night. Oilers closed the series 4-1 last night against Vegas, knocked Vegas out. Carolina is up on the Washington Capitals 3-1. You have Dallas Stars up on Winnipeg Jets 3-1, and now you have the Leafs down after their 2-game lead, down 3-2 against the Florida Panthers. So basically,
that's all who's left. Right?
Everybody, those other 3 matchups, they're all facing elimination. And it's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, I have Edmonton Oilers.
So the $20 bet was he's got the Oilers going in to the Cup for the West, and I've got the Stars. And he's like, so whoever goes farther? And I'm like, no. That's not what he said. I said, I got Dallas definitely being the matchup, and the reason we were talking about in the first place is if you watch any of the games between Dallas and Winnipeg, that is the fastest fucking hockey around the league right now.
It's all fast.
Around all the playoffs, though, I was watching them, and that shit was fast. And I was just like,
teams are winning.
I was like, well, no, these 2 are faster than everybody else. So whoever wins out of Winnipeg or Dallas, I think, they're going to win.
So who do you
or they're at least going
long play? Not a lot of whistles.
Who do you think wins, stronger or faster?
Faster. How do you get out? How do you get
right
through a goalie?
Now at the
how
moment?
Do you get through a goalie?
Faster.
You're just jittery and fast. You're young.
Somebody pushes you through glass.
How do you get through a goalie? A good goaltender. You just got to be faster than him.
Unless a big guy with an elbow
you have to be
hits
skilled. Definitely skilled.
Knocks you off your skates.
Yeah, unless you have.
I'll take the penalty. I'll go in the box for 2 minutes.
Unless
bam,
you get someone on the ice that can slap shot 100-something plus miles an hour and make them start to think about those pucks. Now, all those little fruity pucks that are just bouncing off their chest are but if you get, I guarantee, 12.
I ain't laying down on the ice
from
when that guy
absolute,
shoots it at 150 miles an hour.
From an absolute
I won't be able to
bruiser.
escape. For
not
2
everybody's
weeks.
Mack truck. You know what I mean? Not everybody's McDonough. He's not.
I mean, some of those guys just lay out flat and just I'll block it with my ribs.
McDonough was
awarded
for his 4,000th fucking body in front of puck. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, that hurts.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see the Stars close tonight. That's going to be fun. And
Toronto.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much going to shape up to be your Carolina Hurricanes versus your Florida Panthers, and then on the other side you'll have your Dallas Stars versus your Edmonton Oilers. And then
we'll see, right?
We'll get into it.
In a couple weeks.
Within a week, probably. Actually, within 3 days.
Now, how do you think
pay the men this money right now, man?
Who do you think advances between the Panthers and the
Panthers?
And
Panthers
will
probably go back.
In your opinion,
Panthers are on a run.
Panthers and Canes.
They're good. They are good.
I keep saying because I don't know. Canes did. They're gonna do 4-1.
Seems like we can beat anybody but the Panthers.
I think Canes are going to be
not only us.
They still have Sebastian Aho, and he's still talked about quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Hurricanes went ahead and knocked out the Panthers, just because the Panthers have been playing as many hits as all their opponents have taken. They've been in charge of those hits, and they're getting hit back. Inertia. That's just what inertia does. You're going to stop on his body against a hard surface. It's going to eventually catch up to you.
I don't know how many more days I can take of this.
It's eventually going to catch up to you.
I'm starting to get really sore.
They're going to start getting sore.
I can hardly get out of bed yesterday.
And
I know, right?
And I mean, I don't think Bobrovsky is willing to make the run. I mean, he already hasn't been making the run that he made last year. And so I feel like with that in mind, like he's just going to start getting more tired as the series go on. And I think Carolina's going to end up getting the better of them. And like I said, I believe Dallas is going into the Cup. So I'm going to call Dallas and Carolina,
Well,
which is very confrontational as far as the East side goes.
Yeah, I think Connor McDavid's going to do it, man. He didn't really. I mean,
I hope he does.
If he puts, so we were watching the game last night, and he only on his last 7 minutes of the game had his first shot on goal.
Well, he's got Draisaitl out there with him too.
Exactly, but if he starts to absolutely put stuff on goal and get feeling around with that, yeah, I think.
I mean, it didn't take
and you
them
have
long
that
to close
little,
out the,
little rat bastard Corey Perry.
4-1's pretty cool in the second series. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty cool victory. 4-1 in the second series.
Yeah.
You got to be feeling pretty good about yourself as a
yeah,
what do you call it?
Will and I talked. He's like, I like the Edmonton Oilers. I was like, I better.
Boys, I don't want to get into it too early because I want to talk about it a little bit later, but just to tease about later on in the show, we're going to play a little high and low red black again because that was just fun. We did that 2 weeks ago. We're going to try that again. We're going to talk a little bit about everything. And, of course, we got to bring up some of the Bucs things going on, some new news in the Bucs, and just how fucking excited we are for September the 7th, the year of our Lord 2025. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Celebrity Birthdays, where these guys were both tied at 540 last episode. Ryan's up first tonight. He actually got 1 point. Dad got a double bubble and 3 points, or 2 points. So, Dad, or 3 points, yeah. So, Dad is up 545. You do the math, idiots. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We love you. Bye-bye.
And then we'll take it higher. Oh, no!
Who was that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is Eddie Graham with Electric Avenue.
I remember when that came out on MTV way
100%, dude. Yeah, that's an oldie but goodie right there. That's Eddie Graham with Electric Avenue. Guys, they call us a breeze. It's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, sitting up here live in the Tiger Cage.
That's a little bit different.
Or as we're going to call it for this next segment, Electric Avenue.
I'm guessing the music segment of it, guitars-wise or piano-wise or
drums wise, or just name any instrument that
what
comes
other
to your mind.
Yeah,
just whatever instrument comes to your mind.
Keyboards wise was a little different than when it came out in the 70s or 80s.
Oh, no, that was the song. That was
original?
Yep, that was like the original version.
Yeah, really?
Yep. I mean, they've remastered it since then, but like they haven't added instruments. They just like make it.
It was
sound
just a hit, man.
Crisper.
It was just a.
Maybe they played a little faster or something.
I wonder how many times I got played in Miami back in like the 80s.
Oh, so much blow got tooted up nostrils during that song, dude. Like not even going into the bathroom or like, hey, I got a private table. Like bathrooms, okay. You're the most discreet. Cool, thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Corner of the club at the VIP table, the roped off bottle service area, and you're in like the Godfather corner table and you're just doing lines off the table. That's like second worst. This song come on, everybody was just like on the dance floor and like you'd see people like half-assing it and just pulling keys out and just everybody's fucking taking it, dude.
Hey.
It's like, hey, it's only fucking 9:35 p.m. Let's go.
Think about getting nachos?
Miami PD is on our pigs in a blanket. Is on our we got Miami PD on our payroll.
Whoa.
Party your ass off.
I like hot dogs.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
You know what? I hate to say it. Along
Miami-Dade
with all my
Sheriff's Office,
along with all my
payroll.
redneck people that do redneck shit reels that I've been getting a lot of love on the Spectrum season 3 or whatever.
Oh,
right
it's
there.
So good, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
I love it, and I'm not even. I don't laugh at it the way like America laughs at it. Because I'm retarded and I don't have any love in my life. So it's inspirational to me. Like it's like how to find love. And I'm
Dad,
like, cool, just be yourself.
Did you watch the third series?
So if you want to find love,
yes or
don't go looking for love in all the wrong places.
So
Johnny Lee.
I got to tell you this quick story about one
Eddie
of the.
Murphy told me looking Penub in all the wrong places. But anyway, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Shrek. That's all I gotta say.
No, you gotta stay in the voice. Stay in the voice.
All right, what do we got?
No.
No.
James, James,
James,
the long flowing blonde hair dude that's like has glasses, the medieval dude. So there's
an
episode
my honor to
where he has a birthday party.
This guy is the ultimate like cosplay, like medieval cloak wearing.
Dad's probably familiar with his dad. His dad is like a Seinfeld character. He's like, James, what are you doing all the time? What are you doing? Well, for like his 60th birthday, or not 60th, but for like his like 40th birthday, he throws a bonfire, and his dad, and it's like. They're in Massachusetts. It's in the middle of summertime. It's like 88 degrees. And he's like, we're doing a bonfire for you, James. And he's like, I don't know.
Wearing a duster.
He's like, I don't even know if I want that right now. And he's like, oh, it's going to be awesome. And then he like just burns the shit out of all his cardboard. And it's just.
It's on Netflix still,
smoke
right?
everywhere. And the dad just goes back up into the house and just never be seen again. He smoked the kids out. And I'm like, he was at the very beginning of the episode was talking about drinking beers. He's like. And so I was like, I bet he's just up there cracking a couple cold pours, watching all that smoke just.
Oh, my girlfriend!
All of his kid's face. It must be the funniest thing to this. Look at him.
What's my girlfriend's name? What's the one? What's the one I like the most?
Oh, you like?
She looks like Velma from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, you like?
What's her name? Like I would date her. She's only autistic. Like she
dates Adon.
She's hot.
It's
but
yeah.
Thing is. You watch these shows and they give you inspiration because you're like, I can do that too, and but it's on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, see, I don't have the fucking Netflix, man. I used to feed off of your account until they did the whole like we're gonna reroute, and then I would just kind of shut out of it.
I told you I wrote them about that.
So what I do instead is when like the Tom Brady roast came out, I went on the appropriate channels to maybe.
Skirt the
rules and illegally download it. Allegedly, this is all a comedy show, so everything I say is just a joke. But yeah, I might have done that to skirt the rules and download it. And so I guess I'm gonna have to do that with the new season of because I've heard good things.
They're here in St. Pete. They're in Sunken Gardens. They're at the pier.
That's what I heard.
Who?
Abby and her boyfriend, right?
No, it's a new one. I forget. And then like her. DJ boyfriend, that's the cowboy. It's like I can name every song that you know. Every country song you think I can tell you what.
Abby and her boyfriend.
No, this is the Love on the Spectrum. This is season 3.
The one from here that Mom was
Love
talking
on the
about.
Spectrum, season 3.
She wants me to watch, because she's from here.
Dad was actually in it. Dad was in it.
You didn't even realize.
So
was?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, they went to a zoo, right there.
At no zoo.
They went to a zoo. Well, you were blacked out. They went to a zoo, and they had this whole off and on for 15 minutes. They kept, cutting to a different couple and then back and forth. But for like the 3 cuts that they went back to them at the zoo, you were showing them, you were so knowledgeable in all of the animals, every species, where they come from, where they hail from. You knew all of their names. You knew the ages. You sat there and I saw it on the last
the guy in the cowboy hat
on TLC.
It wasn't. I don't even think it was.
Well, you had the cowboy hat on, so they thought you just kind of looked like a safariman. And that you worked there, and you just went around and you told them every fact about every animal, and she loves her zoo animals. So you made that experience magical for them.
Yeah,
I think.
So that's on the show that Mom wants me to watch.
Oh, it's such a good show. You should watch it, buddy.
Mm-hmm. She didn't tell me about that.
Guys, it's segment 2. I know sometimes, most times,
Mom's like, I showed him it 5.
No, she goes, you got to watch it.
Most times we usually get right into celebrity birthdays, but sometimes we get a little off track with whatever we're talking about on the break, and that's what just happened. So it's time. This is May the 15th, the year of our Lord 20 and 25, and I'm just going to say right now, this list is very athlete-centric, former athlete-centric, I will say. I'm just going to say that right now. And then like one bonus one tucked into the back, but, probably, still old anyway.
Speaking of that, who got removed from the banned from baseball list?
Pete Rose. They were showing that on the news the other day.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
And weirdly enough, the Buccaneers are now talking about lifting the ban off of Gruden and getting him back into the Hall of Fame, which we will talk about on the 4th segment. So who cares? It's celebrity birthdays time, guys. Ryan is down. He has 541. Dad has 545. Ryan's up first. It's time to go. It's time to play celebrity birthdays. So let's do it.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! Your birthday!
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
Wait a minute, there's no birthday party for you here.
this next guy, well, this first guy, running back, Dem Boys, most rushing yards of all time, most rushing
Ezekiel
touchdowns,
Elliott?
most rushing touchdowns of all time, and also most attempted rushes of all time.
Emmitt
He holds
Smith?
all three of those records. And also probably one of the coolest dudes to wear an earring that I've ever seen.
Probably
Terrell
Walter
Owens?
Payton.
No, you got it right there, Ryan. It is Emmitt Smith. Very happy birthday goes out to Emmitt Smith.
Who goes first?
Oh God, where's my? Okay. All right, Emmitt Smith. Happy birthday. Ryan's up first on Emmitt Smith. Dallas Cowboys, 13 seasons.
Is he on waivers?
He might come back.
He might come back to a broadcasting booth.
Maybe.
But he ain't carrying no
I would say
pigskin anymore.
he's probably 60.
No. I'll say 58.
Dad says no, and he says he'll say 58. And you're both over, so Dad will get that point. He is 56 today. Happy birthday, Emmitt. All right, next birthday we have up for you. Sticking on the sports train, on the athletes train. This next guy, commendably enough, spent all 17 of his NFL seasons with the same team. He played for the Baltimore Ravens. He was a linebacker. He's getting up there, but, you know, he did his due. I mean, that's hard. How can you say I played all 17 fucking seasons with one team?
How can you?
Is it Ray
And
Lewis?
if you're a linebacker,
Ryan gets it. Happy birthday goes to Ray Lewis.
if you're a linebacker in the NFL, how do you play 17 seasons?
Is this a joke?
No.
No, I mean, just in general.
I mean, the beating.
Sorry, my head's down. I can't see, so I'm listening.
All right. Yeah. Let's see.
So Ray Lewis, Dad,
He's been out of football for
linebacker,
at least 15 years.
Baltimore
So
Ravens.
he's probably 65.
65. Let's see. He's probably like 54.
54 and what, 65? Yeah, Ryan's going to be, you're both way over, but Ryan's just a little bit over. He's 50 today. Ray Lewis.
Are you kidding? Woo.
Wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd. All right, third celebrity birthday we have it for you. Ryan's going to go first on this guy. This guy. Now, I hate to mention him because he played for the Michigan Wolverines. He actually won the Heisman Trophy in 1991. He went on to...
Oh, Tom Brady?
He went on to set the record for the longest return touchdown in a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers.
Definitely Tom Brady.
He ran for 99 yards on a punt return and scored a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl. Obviously, well after 1991.
Something Jordan or
very happy
Randall
birthday
Cobb or something.
Goes out to Desmond
Jennings.
Howard.
Yeah, he played in the 80s, 90s.
Wolverines. He won the Heisman Trophy in 91, and then sometime Green Bay. Ryan's turn. Sometime Green Bay won the helped win the Super Bowl by running a 99, the longest return. He's
probably 41.
I'll say 2 because I'm not sure, but he's on that football. He's on with Kurt Herbstreit and all those. Herbstreit.
What, CBS?
No.
On Saturday game day.
College.
Yeah,
okay.
ESPN probably, right?
So you went.
It's been a long time since Desmond Howard played.
You guys are both way under.
Desmond Jennings.
Desmond Jennings.
You guys are both way under. Desmond Howard is actually 55 today, so Dad gets the point. All right. Dad's going to be up on this 4th out of 5 birthdays.
Desmond Howard that I think is on the show.
Another athlete. These guys were, these brothers were big in, I want to say, the 70s as far as wrestling goes. There was 3 brothers, and they were kind of made a name for themselves. Their dad was a wrestler, and he kind of forced them into it. They just did a movie about them kind of a biopic
Bash
called The
Brothers or
Iron
something?
Claw. It was called The Iron Claw.
I thought they played hockey.
And the only living member,
coach.
the only living member out of the three brothers that were the wrestlers is Kevin Von Erich, and it is his birthday today. How old is Kevin Von Erich?
I have no idea.
Three brothers that wrestled in the 70s.
I'll say 67.
67.
I don't know.
Kevin Von Edvik.
Kevin Von Erich. Oh, yeah.
It's great. Great Scotch.
He's one of European wrestler.
That's a 67, yeah.
67. I will go 80.
He goes 80. Dad goes 67. That's quite a difference. Dad is one off from the double bubble. He has 68
It's
today.
a double bubble. It's a dad.
The double bubble was close.
All right, last birthday, Ryan. This one's on you, and I'm glad. I don't design it this way, but I'm glad you're up first on this one. This guy played Sonny on A Bronx Tale, a head gangster in Robert De Niro's directorial debut in 1993 on a movie called A Bronx Tale. Yeah, I think it might have went straight to video, but either way, it was De Niro's, Bobby's first directorial debut in 1993. They had Joe Pesci was in it. Bobby himself played in it, and then the main gangster, Sonny, was also in it, and that guy's name is Chaz Palminteri. Ryan's up first on Chaz. Who's Mario? He's a fucking idiot. All right, you do the contest. You ever heard of the contest? Chaz Palminteri. I know Ryan can start your dad. How old was he in that movie in 1993?
It's dad's or mine?
It's you.
Well, you got to think that if he, to be a successful
Mike,
actor,
I don't need anything from you, all right? I'm
need-
trying
He
to
had to be
think
in
right
his
now,
20s
all right?
or
Hang
You think
on,
Mickey
Mike.
Mantle gives a shit if you're wearing
Come on.
pinstripes?
He asked me to fucking
Mickey
do
Mantle
the
don't know your
fucking
fucking
birthday
name.
thing, and I'm trying to think of the answer,
Mickey
all right,
Mantle
Mike?
don't know your fucking name. Put him in the fucking bathroom.
I'm gonna
sick of him
say-
looking at me. Put him in the fucking bathroom.
I'm going to say
Come on, Nicky.
71.
71. Dad, what you got?
70.
Ryan wins because he's 73 today. Happy birthday,
Did you
Dad.
know that? Happy birthday!
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
There's no birthday party for you.
Well,
Dilly
shoot
freaking
fire!
dilly.
I'll tell you right now, boys. We did that segment a little backwards, but I've been
save matches.
I've been Dukes of Hazzard on my left
You've
cheek.
been doing things pretty much at bass backwards.
You've
I've been Dukes of Hazzard on my left cheek for the last 20 minutes, and I think I'm due for a break.
Yeah, stand
I
up.
think it's due for a break, and we're gonna have a little cigarette, and you guys can come right back. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a little more conversation. God is good.
That's
God
right.
is great.
I need you to get
And
yourself a
we gotta go back
libation.
down out
Bless
there
it.
and
The
take
Lord wants you to be blessed in thou on this Thursday, the God of Thunder, Norse. And I remember that from the Billionaire from last week. And you guys go out there, you get yourself your Pinot Grigio out of the box there. Maybe you got some Merlot. You do a little bit of that. You grab yourself a beer. If maybe a little SoCo and Sprite is your thing, just go out, get yourself a drink, because we're going to be right back after this half, all right?
Blessed be.
And
Blessed
don't
be.
get too comfortable because we got to take down that water ride out back there where them kids was.
Well,
and them balls.
I brought 300 balls here.
You just said there's a water ride at
there's 4
Outback?
missing,
Well, there
so,
was.
Yeah.
They need to shut the water off. I don't.
We need to just shut the damn water. That water bill's going to be high, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We love you. Bye-bye. Oh, hey guys, welcome back in. They call it the
Who was
Breeze.
that?
That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, sitting here live in the Tiger Cage. That is actually the Get Up Kids. Ryan and I just recently saw them. Like
Did you play
the night I
something
busted
by
out of the stool. That was the band that we saw.
Did you play something by them before a couple months ago or
Probably.
something? Because it sounds to me like they're heavily influenced by the Beatles.
Well, this
Because
album in
they're pretty
particular,
good.
this album in particular has that "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds"
It
organ
does.
at the beginning of it. I mean,
Well,
you can.
I mean,
if you go like right
so,
here,
yeah, that
they
is-
literally copy the tone of that
I mean,
organ.
and the music's good. The vocals are good.
That's West Lucy
Yeah,
and Skylar
and they're
Diamonds,
fairly tight.
Organ tone.
They're fairly tight.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, but yeah, Ryan
They're
and I just went and saw those
professional,
guys.
right?
They're good. I mean, they're great.
Yeah, they're professional.
You know, it's funny, and the reason I just played that just now, and the reason I had such a tough time, for those of you guys that are actually out there watching live on YouTube, which you can do every Thursday right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as long as you go onto our channel, Tiger Cage Media, and you like the video you're currently watching, you subscribe, and of course you ring that little bell for notifications.
Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding,
going to
ding,
let you know
ding.
when we come on live. And you get to hear a lot more of these songs. You get to hear a lot of the pre-banter, stuff that doesn't make it to the final cutting room floor. And usually, I mean, there's been nights where Ryan's like, shit, we should have just cut all the pre-banter and fucking cut the show out, and that would have been amazing. So you guys got to listen, you know what I mean? And then go to tigercagemedia.com, like we say. But that I say all this to say, we get to pick. Ryan gets to pick one. I pick two. We come in with these.
Yeah, I never get to pick
little bit.
any.
Hey, you do when you get to win a game or something. And every once in a while, if you just mention something and I'm in the right mood, I'm like, oh shit, that trumps my pick.
Yeah,
and
you make me play skee ball, and it's like a 10-foot court.
But I was just about to put in like a fast punk song. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yeah, we drink beers and smoke cigarettes during the podcast and stuff. But like, I'm a little different today, and if you haven't noticed, like my beer intake is pretty much average compared to every Thursday. But I got like 3 different shots in my ass today, like butt cheeks and stuff, and like some were steroids and some were, and I've never had steroids. And he goes, "You're at steroids?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Do you know if you react weird to steroids?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Do you want some steroids?" And I was like, "Yeah." So let's just. I mean,
so we got ourselves a good one, and we're gonna get them into Kentucky.
I told
just
you
going
not
through
to go to that bar.
tiny bit of health issues right now,
Well-
and some things that are decreasing my ability to sit down, which is about all I'll say.
I would
But
cancel
I got a
trip.
few
Mike.
shots today, and 2 of them are steroids, and one of them's like an infection thing. And I did ask the doctor, Dr. Sorters, that's his name, Dr. Sorters. I was like, hey, can I drink a couple beers tonight? Because I'm going over to hang out with my dad and my brother and do the podcast. And I didn't ask him that necessarily. I asked the lady that was like checking me out and giving me the antibiotics.
I don't care what you do if you got $15.
And I go, so is it going to kill me to drink like 2 beers or 3 beers tonight? And she's like, I'm not really. And in mid-sentence, she's looking over at him, and he like slides his little wheelie chair over, like, hello, Miss Lady. And he's like, you're fine to have a couple beers. And he probably, in his mind,
Start your medication tomorrow.
Pushes off with his feet on the wall. And
back
goes right
back to
in.
where he was.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think what it was is he's like, this motherfucker came in expecting one outcome, and he's leaving in as much pain as he came in with, if not more. I think a couple beers would probably just like make him feel pretty good and kind of maybe leave me a good review tomorrow. You know,
Ease his pain.
Yeah,
as
ease my pain.
Field of Dreams.
So I asked her, and he just scoots over, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "All right, good," because I'm going to hang out with Dad and my brother, and he's like, "Well, say hi to the family for me." You know, we all go to him, and it was fun.
So,
but
the
point
two-
is, these beers are kicking a little bit differently because I have certain chemicals, including fucking steroids, which I've never been on, inside my body, and we're just having fun out here.
They
in the
pump
Tiger
you
Cage.
up. They pump you
Well,
up.
what I was going to say, Dad, is how long do they say those steroids are going to last?
About 2 days.
Go
3
down
days.
to
2
the
days?
gym. Go to the gym.
No. We need to get him on Tampa Bay Downs. All right, running with them horses. If he's steroids
If I pee first, you guys can expect a fucking checkered flag from me. I'm just gonna say that right now.
This guy's all hopped up on steroids. We need to get him in races, and we need to get.
Why is
doing
Remy
quick-
What number
piss
are we
fucking
going to
neon
strap around
blue?
him? And number 6. Number 6. Number 6 on the inside. Number 6 on the inside is coming up. That's Jeremy. He's coming up. He's
Why is he
coming up.
peeing neon blue on the side of the track? Something's going on.
He's
there.
taking the inside track and.
But for real, I will probably have to have a surgery here
for
soon.
real?
That I've never had surgery like basically
But
since I was
for
a kid.
real?
So yeah, but for real. But you know, we're out here chilling, dude. And
I'm
you know,
gonna make sure
Ryan
when you
literally
do-
out there in listener land. I woke up today and I said I canceled a hair appointment. Hold
He
on,
looked like
hold
an
on.
emu or one of those peacocks running down the street.
I'll tell you right now. I woke up today and I was in so much pain from what I'm talking about, and that I canceled a hair appointment, which is hard to get from the specific barber
can't
that I
get
have.
that out of my
and
brain.
so I had to cancel that, and then I text Ryan at like 8:30, and I'm like, "Hey man, we need to go on like an hour late today because I I got a doctor's appointment, but it's at 12:30. That's the earliest I can get. He goes, dude, no, yeah, we'll just not do it, dude. Like, you should rest. And that's smart and that's wise. He's a good brother for trying that.
It's just an easy thing to do.
He tried a fast one on me.
You should, but you're not.
But next week, we're going to be live for episode 200 at Tiki Tim's Bar and Grill here in St. Petersburg, Florida, in a back room, somewhere non-invasive. But I was like, we can't fucking skip episode 199.
We could have just played the hits. We've done an episode where
worst case scenario, I come over early Sunday and me and Dad just do it. Like, that would have been worst case scenario. But I was like, you know what? No, let's fucking, because you know what? When I was...
You got a beautiful pillow.
This was before the appointment, and I thought it was going to happen a certain way, and it happened a different way. And I was like, either way it happens, it's going to be a rough day, and I kind of want to just have fun with my boys and do what we normally do on Thursday.
You sound like Dennis.
I'm putting my $2 on that one skinny boy that's got the Sudbury Bulldogs.
That's right.
With the two-legged runner.
Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs.
Do you want to put that money on him right now, or do you want to play some darts?
I'm betting he'll outrun those thoroughbreds if he gets the inside lane.
My back. Oh, God. Well, a couple things
10 feet,
on the board.
10 feet, only 10 feet.
Real quick, couple things I want to mention before we get into high and low. Nick Cage.
I thought we've already
Did you hear the new news about Nick Cage? No. Did you see the photos?
No.
Nick Cage is going to play... Nicolas Cage is going to play young into medium John Madden.
Who?
John Madden.
Oh, really?
Nick Cage, I saw a photo of him. He's got the long hair, and it's like... early. It's early. And the guy that was like his...
Well, I mean, but
the guy that
what he's going to do is he's going to smack him. He's got to...
Whoever was his assistant coach in their first run is being played by Christian Bale. And they just showed a photo of both of them, like standing on a field holding up championship rings. And Nick Cage has like the hair growing out. He looks maybe 20 pounds heavier than I've ever seen him. And then you've got Christian Bale that just has these dark tinted sunglasses that I guess they're trying to say he looks like whatever the assistant coach was.
The guy that was
and they're going to do a John Madden movie.
Fox pregame years ago. What's his name?
This will not be a straight for TV movie.
Was doing something else. Who did John Madden? Do you know the comedian?
Al Michaels?
Frank Caliendo.
No.
Frank
Caliendo.
No.
Yeah. Frank Caliendo wasn't available, or what?
I think they didn't want to do a comedy. I think they just wanted to do like a true biopic or biopic.
Yeah, and let's get someone as crazy
Frank
as Nicolas.
So
Cage.
that's some news. If you guys want, just make sure you just go on the Googles and just type in Nick Cage, John Madden, and you will see the photo pop up. And I'll be right honest, like, because John Madden just kind of talk like this a lot, I feel like Nick Cage was kind of just like this. It's kind of going to work out. Yeah. It's kind of like he's going to have to put it on a little bit and make his voice sound a little older.
He's going to have to wait, or they're going to have to...
But they're going to go from like when...
They're going to have to make him look fat,
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to go from like his like first like starting of coaching.
Yeah, Oakland Raiders.
Because from what I understand, I read it in the article. I didn't know this. John Madden got drafted and got hurt before like his first fucking 2-3 games of the season and never played football again.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like he got drafted into the NFL, literally got hurt within the first 2-3 games and never played in the NFL.
I don't know about that.
He eventually immediately went into coaching, like because he was just like, "Fuck me."
Yeah. What do you remember? What position he got drafted for? Because I don't remember what he played if he did.
We come over here and we do this. And linebackers over here.
He probably played. He probably played O-liner.
And there's running backs, there's wide receivers, and there's safeties, and special teams and all this stuff.
He's probably a linesman, I would think.
Probably. But yeah, so look out for that. Look out for that. And while we're on the topic,
might have been a wide receiver.
I'm going to say right now,
fat as he was.
First of all, I mean, we all know the Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to win, but I went on today while I was waiting in the doctor's office.
Why are the Glazers paying for everybody's plane tickets and everything?
While I was waiting in the doctor's office, I literally said, if I place, what's the bet on Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in San Francisco is what I typed, and AI came up and it said plus 2,800. And now I don't know a whole lot about sports, so my dumbass goes, if I bet $100 on a plus $2,800,
you get $2,800.
Yes, that's what AI told me. It said you'll get $2,800, and I was like, that that is a bet I'm willing to take right now, because at this point I'm feeling pretty confident, and I don't know.
I do not know, Jeremy, why you do not have a calculator.
They have those. The schedule came out finally, which I'm going to get into that in a second. But did you hear about Gruden's video? Because now that like the Bucs are maybe considering bringing him back into the Ring of Honor.
Well, they did already.
But like, did they already?
Yes.
Well, he was just literally on.
You're talking about the Hall of Fame, right?
Well, the Bucs like Ring of Honor.
They brought him in last year.
They were holding him like at arm's length. So
they did last year.
He did. So you remember how like 2 years ago or a year ago, the Detroiters did the Detroit Lions schedule video? Mm-hmm. And that's like a new thing on social media. They're trying to do all these different videos where like they think of fun ways to announce the schedule. Gruden got sent a box, a big gray box that had all sorts of memorabilia in it. And it was basically to announce every single matchup the Bucs had this year. And he did not disappoint. Go watch that video. It's John Gruden opening a box, and he's like, all I can say, I mean, I hate to repeat myself from last episode, it gives me big Don Cherry energy. Like he's just going to go like full on.
I do not doubt that our offense will be as good or better than it was. It's all on Todd Bowles' shoulders.
Well, what I was happy to hear is, only a year after him getting
we drafted a Bucs number 1, right? So
Easy E, as I'm calling him. But yeah, it was nice to hear Gruden be that excited over every matchup, and every single thing he said was all pro Bucs. He's like, Bucs are going to take it. We got it. And he's like, I'm like, can we just get this guy to do hype up videos for Raymond James Stadium, like inside, like on the Globetrons and shit? Like
it's all on Todd Bowles' shoulders.
Let's bring back Chucky, dude. Let's get Chucky back and let's put him to work.
And to be honest with you, I don't even think whoever they promoted, the guy that was the assistant to the offensive coordinator, I don't think that even matters. I think Mayfield could call it from his wrist on the field.
Absolutely. No, Mayfield can be the offensive coordinator. They don't need one.
There's no doubt in my mind he can do it on his own.
He has too many weapons.
And he's been in a system long enough that he understands what Cohen and what Canales did.
Well, you could say like a new offensive coordinator might fuck him up a little bit, but it's like, no, he's always played under new. Yeah.
It's just like Tom Brady.
This
when
kid
Tom
travels
Brady was
with
here,
the wind.
You think those guys told Tom Brady how to call plays at the line?
I'll tell you.
I tell you, Tom Brady probably said, here's how we're going to, Mike, if you and Chris can get open and Otten, we're not going to have any problems. And now that we got Bucky Irving and McMillan and Ebike, from Ohio State.
I'm calling him Easy E.
I would love that we could get Jeremiah Smith next year.
McMillan's going to blow up this year. We won't pick that high. McMillan's going to have a fat head 4 games into the season.
So we got Mike Evans. Yeah, we got Chris Godwin. We got McMillan. We'll work on it. And we got Ohio State's Ebike.
Who's your
let's just call him Easy E.
As a tight end. It's like.
So who are you putting up in your garage for a fathead this season?
I'm gonna get the Baker one, but he's like on a jolt and trying to sidearm it, so he's a little wide and it cuts into Cooch's hip. So I'm trying to measure that out and figure out how that's gonna work. But no, I'm down ass.
To my point, I don't think Baker Mayfield at this point in the system of the Buccaneers needs
any help.
Needs an offensive
because he's best friends. They're the very best friends that anyone could have.
Yeah, the offensive line. They hang out all the time.
They know each other. They're just
they hang out.
They're like, just blow the fucking whistle. We'll be fine.
You guys in the back and you guys on the out perimeter.
It's gonna be nasty, Dad.
I have no.
I will say at least
that our offense is going to be in the top 5 or top 4 in the NFL.
At least 10 and 7.
It's up to Todd Bowles and his defense. Get that. Keep them from scoring.
He's so fucking sick, dude.
All right. Well, I have the Hard Rock bet.
September the 7th, first game against.
I would put $100 on them winning the Super Bowl right now.
Now, here's the fun part about our schedule. And Dad, I'm gonna need you to rally with me here, dude, because the Bucs are no longer a sole 1:00 team. Okay.
I think we should all chip in $100 a piece.
Listen to me.
And bet on the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl at the Hard Rock. Have Mom next time.
I have the app.
It's at 2,800.
I can make the bet.
I'll put 200 in.
Oh, we'd win 2,800 for 100. or $300.
I'll have to see
For
what the app
$100,
says
you'd win
right now.
$2,800.
So why don't we put $100 in a
As
piece?
of earlier this morning. I don't know what the odds are.
And
now.
then we could win what? 70.
To $100.
All I'm going to say is right here, right now.
We could buy new shirts for our show.
Are you saying that, Fat Boy Slim, or are you expressing it, dog?
All I'm going to say right here, right now, is I'm excited for the season.
Right now.
First
That's
game
a song,
will be
right?
September 7th. We have 3 pre-games like we always do, August and everything after. But then you have September 7th, the Falcons, and then the season goes. Now, I cherish coming over here on Sundays and watching our football games together when I can. The Bucs have significantly dropped a lot of their 1 p.m. slots this schedule versus last season's
Because
schedule.
they keep winning.
Because they keep winning. So, Dad, they're from what I heard on the radio today, we have 2 1:00 games. So I'm going to need you to tighten up so we can get some 4:00 games in together, okay, bud?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I'm just saying. You
I might be able to get over
The
2
8
after.
o'clock games
Shit,
are going to
you-
be the
yeah.
rough ones.
We have 2
Monday
Monday
football.
night football games. We have 1 Thursday night football game. And guess
We have 1 international, don't we?
what else?
We're
Are we
going
playing
over.
in Brazil?
We're playing on Thanksgiving, boys.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Who?
Oh, God, I would say
Cowboys.
probably.
Chicago or Dallas?
Nope, neither one of them. Maybe fuck. God damn, I had it in my notes.
It's not a Florida rivalry, is it? It's like Jaguars or something?
Fuck. But it is on Thanksgiving, and I want to say it's something dumb like maybe like Rams. Oh, it's
Cleveland?
Rams.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Rams on Thanksgiving. So
Not.
We got a
I'm sorry
fucking
about that,
Thanksgiving
Cleveland friends.
game,
I didn't
boys.
mean to say dumb.
yeah,
When I
yeah,
blurted
we got
out
St. Louis
Cleveland.
Rams on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
So we got some outside of 1 and 4 and 8 on Sundays. We got some games that, I mean, I don't like
The
them
Rams are pretty tough.
I don't like them 2 Monday night games because Lord knows I'll be working. I'll be trying to get out of there early. All right.
Oh,
got
they
8
don't start
o'clock,
till I think 11
8:30
p.m. now.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
I know.
move.
I
up.
think they get over at 3 a.m. So I think that's
That's
right
during
in
school
your-
season, ain't it?
So if I get off late in Florida and I just haul ass to Tennessee, will I get to see the start of the game, or how's that work out?
Yes.
You got to go west.
And you go further, and you
So
get
I go to
another
China,
hour.
and then I got like
No.
6 hours.
Texas or Las Vegas. I'd say Las Vegas.
Well, shit and fire.
Well, watch the game here and then go to Las Vegas and then bet on it.
But we're proud of our boys.
Does that work that way?
And that's
I'm
the way
pretty
the
sure
schedule's
you'll
gonna
probably do it. You'll probably get that bet in.
go. I'll tell you right now, it's time
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
bet the
We're going to take a
Buccaneers
little
win this
break,
game.
but before we do that, we're going to shovel these cards up here real quick because real quick, it is time to play
High and low.
High, Low, Red, Black.
Who won last time?
And last time we did this 2 weeks ago, and my producers are telling me we should do it once a month, but I'm like, you know what? Did
We'll
you
do
have
it
a
every
fucking
other
needle
week.
shoved in your ass today? So you just you hold on. I'm going to
I
shuffle
can't
these
remember
cards
who
here
won
for a
last
minute.
time. I think Ryan won.
Well, Ryan got 2 wins out of his 2 games played. I got 1 win out of my 1 game played, and you got 0 zilch wins out of your 2 games played. So, I'm sorry, we all played 2 games. But yeah, so how this works is we're going to go ahead and hold up some cards one at a time. We are not going to reshuffle after this. Whatever you get is whatever you get. If you're smart enough to keep track and dummy fucking count cards,
I think
then
you
get
got
it.
that deck of
But
cards.
since
at the,
Ryan is the champion from last week, he's going to go first. Now, how this works is I have a card. I have not seen what's on this top deck. Okay? This is war style. We flip them over one at a time. Ryan's going to tell me, does he want it higher or lower? He's got to tell me higher or lower 3 different times.
Are you going to play him or you want me to play him? Because I'll
No,
deal,
that's not how it works. He's going to tell me if this card is going to be higher or lower 3 different times. Or sorry, 2 different times. On the 3rd time, he's going to tell me if this card is red or black. Are you ready to play, Ryan? High or low, red or black. Here we go. All right, buddy. First card up we have for you is the 4 of spades. We're going to hold it up. Make sure everybody can see it. No tricks here. 4 of spades. Black as night. Is that going to be higher or lower than the 4 of spades there, Ryan?
That is going to be higher than the 4 of spades. Thank
Higher.
you.
He says, can you take me higher? Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 5 of fucking spades right there.
Ooh,
I
barely
cannot make
made
that
it.
up. Look at that on YouTube. Look at that on YouTube. That is a 5 of spades.
Wait
So
a
he
minute.
gets
I
it.
seen this act down there on Central Avenue in the.
He's got to get 2 more higher lows. Here we go. Higher or lower than a 5 of spades, Ryan? That's tricky.
Zurich, brother. The Zurich.
I'm gonna
boys.
keep. I'm gonna go higher again.
It's going to go higher. All right. He gets it. This counts as an 11. It is the ace of diamonds, ladies and gentlemen.
Waterfall, y'all drink.
All right.
Hey, excuse me.
Ace
I have
is
a
only
question.
11s, not
How
2s.
come the corners clipped off of that card?
Because if you buy a souvenir deck from a casino in Las Vegas, they make sure they clip off the corner of that deck before they sell it and say, this deck was used at New York casino. That way you can't sneak it in like the next day and be
Okay.
like, it's my ace of spades right here. And be like,
All
that's
right,
a
I
cut
get it.
corner. You bought that from the gift shop.
I got it.
All right, here we go. All
Great
right, Ryan.
explanation.
You got 1, 2, wait. You got 1 and 2 correct. All right, higher or lower than the ace of diamonds. I mean, that's pretty fucking easy. And
Higher,
a tie,
Steve.
a tie is a lose. Okay,
I'm gonna go lower.
And you
You
said
go
that's
lower?
11 or 1?
that's 11. That's the highest card you can get is the
Okay.
ace. And if you tie any of your cards, it's a loss. Ryan said lower.
Oh, well, if it's 11.
Don't say yeah like it was not even fucking close. He is the king of hearts, ladies
Boy,
and
you've
gentlemen.
been
King of hearts.
Fire.
And then here he goes, his last and final card. Is it red or is it black, Ryan, to get a point?
Red.
That's the 5 of clubs, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 5 of clubs. Oh, no, that's the 5 of clubs,
Do I get to
buddy.
go?
All right, and Dad's up next. All right, here we go. Sorry, Ryan. Thank you
I'd
for
have guessed
playing,
red
buddy.
because
I
Pete
appreciate it.
Rose
These are
is
discarded.
eligible for the,
If
Hall of
either of
Fame
us
now.
were sober enough, we'd be counting cards right now, but we're not. All right, Dad, your first car up.
I know
you
exactly.
have
I know
the
exactly
6.
what's in that pile right now.
You have the 6 of hearts.
Those
okay?
are cherries.
6 of hearts. They're apples for the New York Big Apple, but they are hearts. 6 of hearts. You're going to go higher or lower. Got to get 3 in a row, and then you get red to black.
Hi.
He's going to go higher than the 6 of hearts. He's going to get it. That is the king of diamonds, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Very good, bud. All right. Round 2, essentially. Is it higher or lower than the king of diamonds?
Lower, I'll say.
He's going to go lower, and it is way lower. It's the 4 of diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 4 of diamonds. He gets it. All right. Got to get this one higher or lower than the 4 of diamonds.
Higher.
He's going to say higher. Shit fire. It's the 7 of hearts. He gets
Shit
that
fire and
one.
save
All
matches.
right. All right. Here we go, Mikey.
Is it
Last
red or
round.
black?
Is it red or black? You can get a point on Ryan.
Black.
He's going to go black. Once you go black, you never go back.
Well, you just turned over a bunch of red cards.
Those are 4 red cards in a row.
I know, so it's
Ladies and gentlemen,
Black.
for a point. He says
it's a
black.
spade or a club.
That's a 3 of hearts. That is
Son of a
red.
bitch.
All right, I'll play along just as well because I can't see the cards.
I think I know how many cards.
My
are in
first
there
card
right
up
now.
is a 2 of clubs. All right, first card up, 2 of clubs for me. I'm going to go higher.
High.
Thank you. It's like Price is Right.
Yeah.
I got a 9 of spades. We got that one. All right, next one we have. I'm going to go lower than a 9 of spades, okay? I'm going to go lower than a 9 of spades, all right? And that's an ace of clubs. We lose
That's
that
11.
one. We lose that one. Oh, back to Ryan. All right, let's see if he can get one here. First card. 4 of hearts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go higher or lower than the 4 of hearts, Ryan.
Higher.
He's going to go higher. He is right. He gets the king of clubs, ladies and gentlemen. All right, higher or lower than the king of clubs, bud?
Well, the kings are closed out.
He's counting cards.
There's an ace on the board. There's a couple 4s. There's
Queens, jacks.
A lot more cards in my
Never
hand than
seen.
the ones in the bush.
I would say it's definitely lower.
He's going to go lower, and he's barely going to get it. Same suit. We have the jack of clubs, ladies
There's
and
the
gentlemen. He
jack
gets
out.
it. All right. One more, higher or lower than the jack of clubs.
Lower.
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 Oh man, I saw it.
That's the queen of diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan loses.
My turn.
Dad's going to go again. All right, your first card is the 10 of hearts, my friend.
Lower.
He's going to say lower. All right, let's go lower.
on,
10
lower,
of hearts,
lower,
10 of
lower.
hearts. That's the ace of hearts. He loses. And we're right on to me before we take a quick commercial break. My card is the 7 of spades. Worst fucking card you can draw.
Higher.
I'm going to go lower.
Higher.
I'm going to go lower.
No, higher.
I'm going to go lower. Fucking 8 of diamonds. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, we did it. We had fun. We talked about Nick Cage. We talked about, high-low. We talked about, the Bucs. We talked about everything. We're going to come back with one final segment just to kind of give you guys a little heads up on next week and talk about the last few things that we couldn't fit on this board. So don't go anywhere. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. So tell your friends. We'll be right back.
Most people aren't.
Bye-bye.
I give you all that I've got. I want to love you. Pretty young thing. You're this
Guys, welcome back in. It's They Call Us the Breeze, final segment of episode 199, which can only mean one thing. Next episode is episode 200, and we're not going to be sitting here in the tiger cage.
No, we're going to be euthanizing one of us tigers.
Tim's live from New York. It's Saturday Night Live.
Someone's going to get euthanized, I'm sure.
Live from, what's the name of that street? 74th
Either by
Live from 9th Avenue.
Live from the Azalea Mart.
Next door. Yeah, we're going to be there, man.
I just totally, when you're
Watch
playing
out
that,
next week, guys.
I
Make
mean,
sure you
because
tune in.
Watch out for that little guy.
And we
playing
are,
the
I will
guitar,
say,
the
we are going to
Mandela
go
guy.
on live at 2 p.m. instead of 3 p.m. I can already call that. So if you guys really want to watch, make sure you subscribe and ring that little bell for notifications.
Ding, ding,
on
ding, ding.
YouTube,
And the first
Tiger
video
Cage
will be
Media.
one.
You know, I'm
Ryan-
definitely getting
First
myself
video
a
be
Philly
Ryan-
cheesesteak. We've only been there for 2 times, only for 20
video
minutes.
will be Ryan
but-
walking that Modelo guy
We've
down
been in
the
there
sidewalk with his face in it.
3 times, and each time she's
Hey,
like, "You
can
want a
I
food
come
menu?"
in? Can
We're
I
like,
come
"No."
in?
No, I mean, if I'm going to be there for a few hours, best
Well,
believe I'm going
definitely.
to sample that
I'm
Philly.
going to sample some.
Anyways, that song
some
that was
fare.
just playing, I was thinking of like a family guy. You were grooving pretty well, by the way, over there.
Oh, that's like,
and
so
I think
always
the
tell
beers
everybody-
the beers are flowing.
Well,
so
I always
you're
tell
kinda
everybody, if you
grooving.
want me to dance, put on Michael Jackson and give me like 4 beers. Because
But-
I will dance every single time.
in the,
After the 4
in
beers.
the middle of you dancing, I just like imagine like a Family Guy episode where it goes right to your tail, and that thing is dressed.
Brian,
thing is dressed in Michael Jackson grooving with you. I want to be.
It's like
Brian,
wearing white glove, one white glove and fucking sparkly slippers and knee-high
When you said
socks.
tail, would that be Brian?
Well, Brian.
Hey, Brad,
Hey, Brian. Where's my goddamn money, man?
pretty good OJ.
All right, so we did high and low. We did Nick Cage. We
gotta
talked
take
about
your
the
tail
Bucs
off, Brian.
schedule.
Dwight, favorite movie?
Crow.
Everybody hurts. I watched that when he's cranking that in his Thunderbird.
And he's sitting in the Thunderbird, just like...
Everybody.
I almost played Everybody Hurts after we got knocked out of the playoffs, but I was like, that's not a good, proper rejoin. Guys, They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. We're going to wrap it up here and get out of your hair. We got good playoff hockey coming up at 7. We got good playoff hockey coming up at 9:30. I mean, we're still in it. We're in Series 2. I saw a meme that said,
God, all the playoff hockey. It's the best. The playoff hockey.
well, Series 2 is like when the nuts are made, and then the peanut butter is made in Series 3. That's when they start smearing each other around the boards, and it's just going to get, I'm just excited. So, got some good games tonight. But real quick, I wanted to ask you guys something.
7 inches, 8.
Cold or
Oh,
humid?
I thought you were talking about my
Your
toilet paper roll.
your
and
Subway sub when you get it, and it's cold in the store, so it looks like it's 6 inches, even though they say it's a foot long. But when you get it, and then you get it in the car, and it's 95 degrees outside, and it's humid as shit, and then you get it back home, that bread expands, so it might grow. It's a grower, not a shower.
What a great
I think so.
analogy.
I think so. But real quick, I just want to ask you guys. We're going to go around the panel, and I'll start.
I have no opinion on that.
What's if you can quick rapid fire, what's the worst thing you could possibly find under your bed? Fictitious, real, whatever, blah blah blah.
I mean, if you're a kid, like a monster.
So like when you're a kid, it's a monster.
Yeah,
it's a monster. But like in our older age, like I'm gonna say,
I'd say a snake, a big ass snake.
that's a good one, because when you see a snake, it doesn't matter how old you are and like what you're doing. You might be
Supposed to
mowing
be
the
like,
lawn.
There's a snake.
Even if it's a black racer or a garden snake, the second you see that motherfucker pop out of the grass and just start slithering, you kind of do that. Whoa, you get that step back and you're like, what kind of snake is that? And you think you're Steve Irwin and you're going to identify the snake and whether it's poisonous or deadly right away.
Yeah.
And we don't know because you're catching it like in a glimpse of an eye, and then it runs under to the next pile of brush. But we go out there.
If I run it out of my bedroom or I'm running it around in my bedroom, I'm not trying to identify it. I'm not asking for a
ID
driver's license. I'm reaching.
Are you a part of the Gold Star
I'm
program?
reaching into that damn drawer right next to Mom's pillow.
You pulling out a pistol?
I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And
See,
if I don't hit it within those 6 shots with that 22 Magnum bullet,
he gets away.
Well, are we talking Black Eraser?
And I gotta redo the bedroom this summer anyway, so
Yeah.
I ain't worried about the carpet or the drywall.
Then he gets
And
a free pass.
I'll grab a key out of my dresser drawer and go into that cabinet and get a 410 shotgun. And it'll say, "I will hit you."
I'm gonna redo this floor anyway at this point, so now we're going.
I'll destroy. And if I have to patch drywall,
All right, a good either common house snake or garden snake or deadly snake. That's Dad's
when
thing.
Teresa says there's a snake,
That's the
what?
one thing Dad doesn't want to see coming out from under his bed.
and then
man.
Kevin across the street's coming over and saying, "What the hell was that?"
And then
That was a gunshot.
as the door opens, the snake escapes. And there's
You saw a
what
snake?
the hell happened here?
I saw a snake.
He
Where's
curls
it at?
up. He grabs one of my Marlboro Red 100s and he just starts smoking it in
I
the
swear
corner.
to God, I
He's
saw.
He's
a
like,
snake.
hey, there's a
That guy's
guy.
insane in
There's
there.
a guy. In
There's
there
a guy. There's a
shooting the
guy
place
over
up.
there.
See, well, that's more humane than mine because I don't own a gun. I just have that Louisville Slugger underneath the bed, and you think I'm not going to take a couple swings of that floor?
Bash.
Boom.
Oh, you know what I bought today? So
Be
I've
careful with it because that's a Buddy Bell autograph.
I understand. I haven't swung it at anything yet.
I've been watching those the TikToks, the TikToks, where they clip with the fishing line to a fake snake on the back of someone's shirt when they're golfing, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, dude!" And then the dudes run away, but because it's clipped and they have no idea, the snake just keeps right at them, and it's a fake snake. So I bought one today on Amazon. 'Cause
You did
one
not.
day. I swear to God, you can look at my purchase
I ain't
history.
playing golf with you.
So
I
So
am
if you
not
go into
playing-
art-
But I'm like, I don't know if I should do it on Dad because he might
I
die.
hate snakes.
Like,
That's it. FBI agents, we're just going to spell it out for you. This past week, Dad's bought nothing from Amazon. I have bought 2-pack of Green Man suits, and Ryan has bought a fake fishing pole with a snake attached to it.
it's just fishing line and a clip, so it just clips on the back.
But
of your
he's already
shirt.
told me how he's going to use it. So
That's your Amazon at work
you
for
use
you.
that on Will or Mayo, but I ain't.
So Dad's got
I'm
snakes.
riding
Ryan,
in-
what do you
I'm
not?
riding in
What do you
Jeffrey's
not
car.
want to see under that bed, man?
Dead body.
Yeah, that smells. That's gonna have some smells too, and the
Well,
and
I
the
mean,
colors and
not
the
only that,
fall.
but it's gonna be racking my head around the next morning trying to figure out
How it got there.
what it got. You know, I mean, like,
I mean,
Did I
snake-
do
did
that?
I do that? Like, hey, babe, making coffee. Like, that bed under the
Got pretty out of control last night, Frank.
So when we went to
Was
that
that what
party
the dead
downtown last
body was
night,
all
what
about?
all did we do?
I don't remember. I remember picking up a homeless guy and was like, "You need to come chill with us."
Well, you remember he knocked over your nachos Belgrande?
Oh. Did I use force? You used
Yeah,
a
you
lot
used
of
a lot.
force. So now we have this homeless guy named Tim.
That we got to find a dumpster to throw him in.
Allegedly, his name is Tim, and now he's dead under here because you just had to skip Wawa and go straight to Taco Bell. You know,
Hey, Dad, can I use that green roll of AstroTurf? That
there's
you
a couple
got
holes in it,
to
but
roll him
yeah,
up in
that'd be
it?
fine. That'd be fine.
What do you need? Can I have it?
I think this is the way he would have wanted it.
I'll tell you, I if it's up to me, the one thing I don't want to find underneath my bed is photos of my past. It's just a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation of the last 20 years.
Or if you're married, a naked man.
Like you scoot over, you hear some clicking and clacking, and you're like, what's going on here? And you do the whole like hang your head over the side of the bed, upside down, your hair's kind of falling upside down.
Someone's
and you
ready
just
for spooky season.
And someone's like, roll it. And they just like, here's all the mistakes you made in the last 10 years. I know that's deep. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but why does it have to be from,
Okay.
and it is.
You know what
under
I
the
don't
bed.
want to see? I have a lot of
A
guitar.
naked man if
I have a
you're
lot of
married.
guitar cases under the bed.
You keep
and
saying
some
that,
of those,
Dad. How many naked men do you have under your bed?
I have a
right
lot
now?
of-
Hold on. We're talking about guitars.
I'll change
here.
my answer. I have a lot of guitar cases under the bed, and I'd say 2 of those cases still house guitars. I would hate to look under my bed and see that Benny had
Crushed.
just randomly he's
Destroyed him.
getting bigger, dude. His fat ass just jumps on the neck part of like a soft shell case, and that thing's just looking like a V at me when I
Well,
look underneath.
how high is your bottom of your bed off the ground.
How's a posi track working?
I mean,
it just does.
How's he get? How's he get on there?
Man.
Well, hey, you know what?
I get what you're
Coming
saying.
this summer.
Coming this
Remy
summer.
looks under his bed.
We got Benny.
I say all this to say before we get out of here.
Benny and the guitar.
None of you answered the question correctly, including myself.
It was an Amazon driver, wasn't it?
No, the Amazon driver
Was the nacho delivery guy.
was caught twice
What were
within.
we talking about?
So the Amazon driver, we can touch on that real quick, but Amazon driver
We're
basically.
talking about what
we won't
you
get
wanna
into
see
it,
under
but
your
an
bed.
Amazon driver has been fired from Amazon for literally delivering
under a
2
bed.
packages within 30 minutes and taking a shit on both those people's front steps. So she's fired.
well,
and that's
you're
like a
fired.
huge internet
You're fired.
sensation right now. That's a big thing. But the reason I was asking all this, I say all this to say, what are you guys afraid of under your bed? A very interesting young 9-year-old girl from Tennessee recently went with her mom, her dad, and her brother to visit, Washington, D.C.
Our capital.
Yep, our capital, Washington, D.C. And one of the first things you do when you land in Washington D.C. if
Get off the
you're
plane.
around 9, 10, or 11, I think the girl's 9, the brother might be 11. So it's kind of important at this point. Like they're growing in age, maybe kind of show them a little bit of fun, but also a little bit of history. Mom and Dad decided to take them to Ford's Theater.
Oh,
Okay, all right. So 9-year-old little whatever her name is, Cassie's the mom. I don't know what they might have omitted the little girl's name. Mom was just kind of like, be respectful. Don't touch anything. This is a museum. It's not just like a theater. This is like a big deal. This is a big part of history. And these
Kind of
people,
like when you took us to the Ryman Theater.
people are from Tennessee and they're in D.C. So it's the Clampetts visit D.C. And she's just like, just mind your P's and Q's. This is a sacred place. And the little girl's like, why is it so, whatever. And she goes, well, this is where President Abraham Lincoln was shot and assassinated by a man named, or she said, made dead by a man named John Wilkes Booth. And he shot him with a gun. And the little girl just froze and you could see it all processing. And the mom says for the last 6 months since the trip, the girl is hyper fixated on John Wilkes Booth. The girl, literally, they were at church 3 weeks ago when the article was printed. 3 weeks ago, we were in church and it said, God loves you. And I said, Mommy, God loved me. And I said to my daughter, I said, yeah, God loves you. And she said, God loves you too, Mommy. And she said, thank you, baby. And she goes, you know who God doesn't love? John Wilkes Booth. And this is 5 months after this DC trip. This little girl has been internalizing the name John Wilkes Booth. This little girl has called to her parents pretty much every other night for the last 6 months that she is scared that John Wilkes Booth is living under her bed. And he's going to come out any minute now and do her just like he did President Abraham Lincoln. And this is a rational fucking fear that this 9-year-old girl.
She just needs to stay away from the theater.
I'm glad you mentioned that because don't we all have a little
Mine's more
inkling
Mark David
that
Chapman.
there is
Mine's
a-
more Mark David. His probably more Lee Harvey Oswald. But
yeah.
but everybody's got to be a little bit afraid of John Wilkes Booth. And her mom keeps trying to tell her, honey, this was in the 1800s.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to ever get shot.
He's long dead. And the mom's trying to tell her, hey, this isn't an issue. But the little girl insists every other night, maybe every night, that John Wilkes Booth is under her bed.
Ma, Pa, it's John.
I don't ever have.
He's trying to win the South again.
I know.
He wants the South again, Mom.
They
He won't
need to
take me out.
They need to get off of that stopping
Kids are
that slavery
fucking-
thing, or I'm gonna shoot him.
But how impressionable is a
Yeah,
little
you
kid,
imagine
know?
when she's 16, she's like, yeah, and then I went through this whole John Wilkes Booth thing.
I don't
The
have-
boyfriend's like, hold up, back up. What was that? Every day I thought John
I
Wilkes
don't have
Booth.
any dreams that anybody or anybody's gonna come after me to shoot.
Well, you're not a 9-year-old girl either.
I know,
so.
but I do have these little dreams that I'm protecting.
A gay man
Maybe-
under the bed?
Huh?
Yeah.
Gay naked man under the bed?
No.
Oh.
Just a naked man
you
under
need
the
to
bed?
leave Bryce out of it.
Wait, just...
No, I always have these dreams that somebody's going to get
watching you?
hurt, and I always have the guns, and I got to like protect all you guys and everything. It's like,
How far do you get?
pretty far.
Yeah, all
I
right.
mean,
but
Level 2 at least. He's like, I can't beat that boss on level 3. I
I
tried
ran out of quarters.
100
God
times.
damn it.
Teresa, can I get more quarters, please? God,
No, it's like-
my purple gun ain't loading, dude.
It's like I'm always like the one that's got like being has
So
all the
wait,
guns.
so
and
you're telling me
ammunition.
straight
So
up
he's
that
had
like,
multiple
ammunition,
times where he's
and
the
I'm
most
the-
of his
I'm the
dreams.
one that's being relied on.
He's
all
Mel
the time.
Gibson in the Patriot.
most of
No.
his dreams, no.
Kind of in a
most
way,
of his
but-
dreams, he's the dude from the Punisher, and
No.
he's defending
No,
his
no,
whole
no, no,
family.
no, no.
Mixed with Liam Nelson.
It's
Or
more
He's
Liam-
got
like
side
Patriot or
arms.
whatever.
He's got fucking calf arms.
No. I just
He's
grab
floating, barrel
I
rolling
just
through the
grab.
air.
I grab a gun and I got all you guys, and I say, "Here, take this, Jeremy. Take this, Ryan, Adam."
Now-
Adam, you're coming with
Okay,
me.
hold on. Let me unpack this
Yeah.
real quick. In your
Adam,
dream,
Jeremy, take this, Ryan, take
you
this,
got the
Adam,
right
come with
flank.
me.
don't answer my question
Jeremy and
before I
Ryan,
ask it.
you cover the right flank. Me and Adam's taking left flank. I don't know how well
Don't
that
cover.
right flank's
Don't
gonna do.
don't answer my question before I ask it.
But I gave
in
him
this
enough
dream-
guns and ammunition to.
In this stream where all three of us rush you and you're giving guns out, I know how dreams work. Which one of us are you like? They don't stand a fucking chance.
It's probably you and me in the back right field. And
That's
then
why I say you and Ryan go on the right flank, and me and Adam's going on the left flank.
Adam goes, you know they know not to come into the right field, right? No one's going to be there. I know. That's why I sent them there.
Adam.
We put him out in the right.
We gave
field.
him 5 rifles, 4 pistols, and 200 rounds of ammunition.
And
If
2
they can't
guitars
fucking
to
take
rock.
care of-
They're
and 200
going to shred Van Halen licks. Kill them with those.
They're on their own.
We're just showing each other TikTok videos, picking grass in the middle of the outfield.
They're around back. My brother and dad, if you guys want to go in there.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we
You guys
appreciate you.
You guys are going to be prisoners. Okay.
It's
guys,
episode 199 of They
You guys
Call Us
got
a
any
Breeze.
nachos Belgrandes? Because this delivery driver that's trapped on
I promise I won't be as loopy next week, but we will be looped into doing our 200th episode live from
you
Tiki
should
Tim's.
do a
So
loop, Tony
don't
Hard.
go anywhere,
You should
and we
do
love
one.
you guys, and thank you for coming out tonight. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say except for thanks for riding high with me tonight, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And
Do you know any really good
if you
Lancers
happen
out
to look under that bed and you see a little John Wilkes Booth, grab that pistol, grab that Louisville Slugger, whatever you got to do, man, because slavery's dead, and John Wilkes Booth's
Well,
trying
it's
to
on
bring it
Mom's
back.
side. She knows how to use it.
Yeah.
It's loaded, so.
Fully
6
loaded.
shots.
And we'll be back next week. So we love you guys. We'll see
Later.
you. Bye. Good night, everybody. We love you. Bye.